welcome to the Clan Update for the 13th of September 2014. Really, most of the day I was debating whether or not I should do any type of video, and really there isn't a lot out there that I think is worth talking about. There is a couple of news stories that I am possibly going to incorporate into a geeky news sometime, but I just felt like getting a Clan Update out there, just at least for today and at least this month, on the state of the channel, so the future of the channel, and also a monthly update on the Patreon campaign. Okay, so firstly, of course, I got to thank you all again for your tremendous support. First thing I have to talk about is thank you. Thank you, all of you. Thanks to your continued viewership and your support, I'm going to be able to get Shadows of Mordor this month. If all goes according to plan, I should receive my next payment fairly shortly from YouTube, thanks to all of you who have watched my videos, liked my videos, done all that crap. I'm receiving a wee bit of money, enough to get Shadows of Mordor on PlayStation 4, and also put a little bit aside to get upgraded equipment, including a new microphone. Still a whiles off, but thank you all so much. Most of the money came from August. August was actually a really good month for me. Probably one of my most successful months out there, so I thank you all for that. I thank you to all, and I've also got to give a big thank you to, of course, one of the more popular videos last month, which was the Keep video. Thank you so much to the BioWare team who are working on Dragon Age Keep for inviting me, Fernando and Leah. Thank you so much for doing that. I'm probably forgetting, if I fucked up your names, I do apologise. I am horrible at pronouncing names, and of course the whole team who invited me and MD and Sani and Ability all on there to view it. That definitely helped the channel out a lot, and I thank you all for that. August was a really good month, and I can only hope September's just as good of a month. The subscriber rate, we hit 2,000. We're at 2,200 subscribers already. That's quite a bit. That's the most subscribers I've gained in a long ass time, and hopefully that will continue. Maybe it will continue, and we will get to the goal of 8,000 subscribers by the end of this year. Thank you all for that. I can't help you do that. I'm not going to name names right now, but yeah, I am going to thank you all one day, eventually, if this works out. I guess I could also talk a little bit about the whole fan funding on YouTube. Once that is enabled in the UK and Europe, I am going to be enabling it, and I will do a full update video on that and my whole rule system when it comes to it, so don't worry about that, but I just wanted to use that little update. I guess I should also talk a little bit about Shadows of Mordor. That is a game I'm really excited for. It's a game that I like the Lord of the Rings mythology, I really, really do. I'm not a big fan of the movies, I'm going to be honest. I do enjoy them, but I couldn't watch them more than once or twice every now and then. They're good movies, well acted, well performed. But I think I've always thought that this world of Middle-earth has had much more to explore than just the ring. Of course, but even though Shadows of Mordor does have something to do with the rings, I'm glad that it's a new story with a new take on the Middle-earth franchise. I'm very pleased with that. Excuse me. I'm very excited to get my hands on it. Now, at the moment, I'm going to have to do a bit of research, but I am going to maybe do some footage recording for it. I'm debating whether or not I should do a let's play of it, or if I should just flat out maybe record maybe my first impressions of it, of me playing the game from maybe an hour or an hour and a half or so. I'm still debating that at the moment. I will have a little bit of a think about that, but I will record some gameplay at least to try and incorporate that into my Wii On reviews. Which I may as well inform you is I am going to try and make my reviews a little bit more professional from now on. It might take a bit more work than I would be happy with, but I need to try and see if I can maybe improve them a little bit, maybe showing some gameplay clips in here or there. I will try and maybe incorporate that, but as I say, if I can't end up doing it, I will just stick to my normal format. I'm really looking forward to Shadows of Mordor, but I'm going to have a little bit of think of what I'm going to be doing with it. It doesn't come out until the end of the month, and if all goes well, I should be able to get it, thanks to your support. I guess I also have to talk about some personal stuff as well in this video. I guess I kind of have to. As of now, I'm currently unemployed, and I'm not, by the looks of it, I may or may not be going back to university. It's up in debate. As of such, I'll have no form of income at all at the moment. Now, before anyone goes into it, this isn't me begging for money. I'm just giving you an update because you asked me to do this. He's asked to keep you in a loop. So at the moment, from now, basically for the past several weeks now, I've been applying for jobs left, right, and centre, and I've only had about 2 or 3 interviews at most. Right now, I'm just applying for jobs, and when I do find a job, it is going to impact the channel. I'm just giving you an update on that. I will let you know when that happens, but as I say, I know a lot of you would love me to do this for full time, but I can't, unfortunately. So I am going to have to put a bit more effort into looking for a job at least. So there might be less videos than usual. I will still try and keep 2-3 videos a week. But as I said, it all comes down to what type of job I end up getting and how I'll be able to do that. So I'm just keeping you in the loop. I am applying for jobs, and if all goes well, I should hopefully have a job in the next few weeks. But it all comes down to this university thing at the moment. So I'm just keeping you up to date on that. So there may be a bit of drop in videos and maybe a bit of drop in some other things, but I will still try and keep up to date on all the stuff, and I will still try and cover stuff and talk about the stuff that you want me to talk about. Really, as I say, it just comes down to what type of job I end up getting, so that's about it. Well, not really the last thing, but I'm going to talk a little bit about this as well, and that's Patreon. If you're unaware, I do have a Patreon page. It's linked in the description. It's a way in which, if you think my content is worth anything, you can help support this content and maybe help work towards to me being able to do this as a full-time job. And just to reiterate, if I ever be able to turn this into a full-time job, I will try and make it a full-time job. I will do everything I possibly can to do so. If that means working 40 hours a week on videos and content, I will work 40 hours a week on videos and content. So don't worry about that. And that doesn't mean 40 hours of video, that means 40 hours of work. But yeah, that's what Patreon is, and I've had to say it for a while, and I've had a couple of people who have supported me, and they've continued to support me, and I thank every single one of them. From the bottom of my heart, I do interact with them every now and then when I have a couple of ideas here or there. I ask for their opinions, and it's going well so far. We've had a steady income of a little bit of money that has gone towards keeping up licenses and other pieces of equipment here or there, mostly Skype, XSplit, and editing software. That at the moment is what that's going towards. I do not use it on anything else. Every penny that comes in from Patreon or any form of donation always gets reinvested into the channel, because that's what that's what you're helping out with. So right now, I've also added a new stretch goal to the Patreon. There's a little milestone areas where we get X amount of money this month, blah blah blah. I've added a new one which is $500, which is roughly £350. If I get that amount a month, and I can have it stable for a few months, I would be able to at least do this part-time, not full-time, but part-time. I would still need to find another source of income. But I would be able to do it part-time. So that's where, so if you want to go and check out my Patreon page, feel free to go and check it out. Now, do understand that I'm not asking for money, I'm not begging for it. It's merely an option, as is if you think my content is worth it, and you can donate a little bit, but do not worry about it. The Patreon page has the full details and everything in it. I wish, in the future, I will be giving something back to the Patreons, but at the moment there's not much I can offer besides being able to talk with me without being able to have a direct line of communication with me through Patreon. Because if you become a Patreon, you get access to Patreon only areas in which I post there. You can post there, I'll see it, we can talk, you can ask me stuff and all that. That is what you only get at the moment for Patreons. I will give other stuff in the future, but at the moment I'm very restricted. So yeah, please go check it if you haven't already. As I said, I'm going to try and maybe a month. This is what I'm going to probably use the clan updates for, is to inform you of how that Patreon campaign is going on. As I say, it is one way to hopefully help turn this into a full-time gig. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I really need to discuss, but I don't think there is. I guess I talk a little bit about D&D on my channel, and also the future a little bit. Firstly, if you haven't noticed, I've started a new D&D series called Gaining Experience the World of Varuna with my friend N7 Strider. It's a solo campaign me and him are doing. I'm the DM, he's the player character, in my own custom setting called the World of Varuna, or Varuna if you just want to call it that. We've been doing it for about 2 weeks. We've done two sessions right now, and we are going to try and continue that, maybe do it by a weekly or bi-weekly basis. Mainly because I want to enhance my DMing skills. I love D&D, I really, really do. I spend fucking I've got these books and everything. I've got a whole bunch of D&D books. For anyone, it's 2nd edition we're using, by the way. And I want to practice my DMing skills. I also want to do a player character one time, but I'm happy just DMing right now. And I just like it so much. I like being able to tell a story and all that. It's kind of cool. I've even made my own custom map for my world. And we are starting that up, and we are going to try. It's not that popular on the channel, but I am going to keep doing it because I do enjoy it. If it ends up like, if it ends up proving not profitable, but not that important to the channel, I will just stop doing it, and me and N7 will just do it off camera, because either way it's fun. I record it because I like to share it with you, and a couple of you have asked me to do that. I know a couple of people are also asking for Dragon Age D&D. I do apologise, there hasn't been any for quite some time. Unfortunately, due to all of our schedules and the time difference between MD Ability and me and Insanity, it's very, very tricky to coordinate it. We will try and walk around and maybe book a session sometime before Dragon Age Inquisition, but at the moment we're extremely busy. I'm trying to find work, MD has some stuff to deal with, Ability has work, and of course Insanity has work, so, and we also have our own channels to work on as well, so I don't want to take precious time away from their lives if they can't afford to give it. So at the moment we are going to try and rearrange maybe Dragon Age D&D for sometime this month, but at the moment we just do not have the time, I'm afraid. So I do apologise for that, and it also comes, one of the biggest impacts is myself. Well, not the biggest impact, but one of the impacts is just that I have to talk to my family before I do it, because I live with them, so, and we have to coordinate it. It's extremely difficult because a lot of factors have to take into consideration. Are we free? When can we do it? When would be good? Can we do it? And also a factor for me is my family. Will they be in the house? Will they be in bed? Will they be this, that? There's a lot of circumstances that have to be taken into consideration. So I do apologise for fans of Dragon Age D&D. We will try and bring it back as soon as we possibly can, but at the moment we don't just have the time, I'm afraid, so I do apologise for that. Just to let us all know that when it does come back, it will be streaming on Lady Insanity's stream, because unfortunately my internet has been very unreliable for the past few months, unfortunately, so I can't do a possible good stream, so it will be Insanity's stream it will be on, so sorry about that. And I guess the last thing I can talk about is the channel, and the future of the channel, of course. Right now we're in a good position. We could be better, but right now I'm happy with what we've got. Really, as I say, is the only thing that I'm aiming for right now is to enjoy doing what I'm doing, and for you to enjoy it as well. And so far I'm succeeding at that. There was a lot of stuff I would love to do for the channel, but I just do not have the funds to do it. So I'm doing what I can. So for the future of the channel, as I say, I'm going to try and maybe cover a couple more. I'm going to have to try and work a way around doing the Warriors Geeky News at least either bi-weekly or weekly, but most of the time, as I say, most of the stuff just is not worth discussion. So I am going to try and maybe bring that back for a permanent thing, but as I say, unfortunately, it just comes down to, am I passionate about the topic that's worth discussing? So right now I need to figure out some news to talk about. As for this month, really, as I say, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, making my videos, making my content, and doing what I bloody can. That's all I can say, and I thank you all for your continued support and helping me out and trying to make this a success. Without you, I don't think I'd be able to do this as often as I would, so I thank you all for that. You are absolutely amazing, and I'm very appreciative. As it says, for the future of the channel at the moment is just to keep making the content that I enjoy and love doing, and hopefully make it a success. I am going to try my damnedest to improve this month, and of course we're building up to Dragon Age Inquisition. That's not that far away now. So don't worry, as soon as more stuff comes out, I will talk about it. I think that's where I'm going to wrap up this video. I appreciate you watching, sitting down and talking and doing it. As always, thank you all for your continued support. Thank you all for your help in making this channel a success. Basically. This is a success for me, in my opinion. This is everything that I could want to do it and enjoy. So I thank you for that. And I think I'll wrap things up there, and I thank you all for watching. If you haven't already, please don't hesitate to let me know what you thought of this video, and also if you enjoyed. And yeah, I think I'm not going to say what I was going to say. Don't forget to check out all my social media links: Facebook, Twitter, it's just Scottish192 everywhere. And if you at least want to give it a look, please go check out the Patreon page. And you don't have to give anything, don't worry. You can just have a look and give me your opinion on the Patreon page, and I can actually use that. Clan, let me know what you think of the Patreon page. You don't have to donate or anything, you just have to go to the page, it's free to look at, and tell me what you think of it. That's all I really need you to do right now. So, other than that, I thank you for that, and yeah, thank you for watching. As always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now. Mwah. Hey there, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, regardless of whatever the video topic was about, because I know I'm a complete nut tit sometimes. If you want to check out any of my other further content, all you have to do is click on the little Scottish Warrior 92 thing down in the bottom there to take you to the channel and check out the rest of my videos. If you want to follow me on any of my social medias, it's just Scottish Warrior 92 everywhere else. And also, if you want to help support the channel, all you have to do is pop in the link in the description to my Patreon page, patreon.com/Scottish Warrior 92, in which if you feel like my content is worth it, you can donate $1 a month to help continue to support this channel and help me make this into a full-time gig. Feel free to go check out the Patreon page to make sure it is to your liking and you actually want to spend $1 a month on this shitty channel. Thank you for watching. Again, as always, I am Scottish Warrior 92, and I hope you'll stick around and may even join the clan by clicking that subscribe button. Thank you. Mwah.